Good afternoon, I'm Wally Swenson. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to explain to you how cell phone usage has become a huge problem in the U.S. I mean, there are pros to cell phones, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's hard to be separated from it. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of kids these days, and people in general. Everyone has a cell phone, but there are definitely pros and cons. And in our class, Technology and Society, I'm going to take a look at how the technological aspect of cell phones is affecting society. Now, according to Webster Dictionary, technology is the making, usage, and knowledge of tools, techniques, crafts, systems, or methods of organization in order to solve a problem or serve a purpose. Now, society is a group of people related to each other through persistent relations. So if I'm sitting at home doing my homework, doing whatever I'm doing here, and all of a sudden my phone starts ringing, it's a distraction. People can't multitask. It's been proven that your mind can only focus on one thing at a time. And with cell phones all around us, there's everything. There's apps, there's internet, there's texting, there's phone calls, there's everything, contacts. There's a ton of space in here. They're pretty cheap. Phone companies bring them out for great. They get great deals off of them. And now some of the pros and cons of using cell phones that I came up with. Pros is definitely the access, the ability to get on your email at work, check everything that's important. Usually, I mean, growing up when I was 13 or 14 in high school, I had the internet obviously, and I had an email account, but I didn't have a phone with email. No one did that. But you can have the internet. You can have contact information of your friends and workers. Easy to get a hold of, somebody to fill in for you at work, all that kind of stuff. Now the cons, people spend too much time on their phones. It's hard for people to be separated from their technological devices because they place such a, they're easy, they're accessible. It's a nice thing for them to have. Now, I choose cell phones because a lot of people have them nowadays. Almost everyone has one. I know all my friends, at least in my generation, I can't speak for young kids. It's kind of a parent's choice when they give them to our older folks. So I know my grandparents used to refuse to have a cell phone because they didn't grow up with it. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of cell phones. The first mobile phone call was made from a car in St. Louis, Missouri on June 17, 1946. It used the Bell System mobile telephone service, but the system was impractical and it was considered a portable handset today. The equipment weighed 80 pounds. Now you look at our cell phones today, and 80 pounds just seems unreal. At the time, it says the equipment weighed 80 pounds, and the AT&T service, basically a massive party line, cost $30 a month. Now that was back then. Can you imagine? Not many people had that, and today it's just been so easy to go to the store. And actually, I have a friend and a worker at AT&T, Joe Kripp. He's with us, and I want him to talk a little bit about his experiences every day and who he sees and all this kind of stuff. Joe, how's it going today, man?
What's up, guy?
I'm doing good, Joe. I got to fix the camera here. Sorry about the shaky angle. This is Joe Kripp, works at AT&T. He's from Joliet. He's a student at Eastern. Now, Joe, you work at AT&T. Move into the camera a little bit for me. There you go. Sorry. Thank you. People come in all the time, obviously. I mean, AT&T is the service provider I have. You can go with tons of stuff. Sprint, Verizon, all that kind of stuff. Tell me what kind of things you see. Good deals, all this kind of stuff. People are willing to spend tons of money, aren't they?
The deals are phenomenal. First of all, let me let you know. Savings. Everyday savings at AT&T, personally. It's a sales pitch right there.
Yeah, your promotion.
But
right
yeah, we make it easy to spend massive amounts of money on handheld phones.
Yeah, why? Why do you think that's so important? The technological aspect, is it just being...
It's become a cultural thing.
It really has.
The smartphone, like, think about when the original iPhone came out, and it was, it was the elite status symbol, and now, like, if you don't have an iPhone... It's just you're like a lesser person in some people's eyes.
Yeah,
I still have my Samsung $49 phone because it cost me $49.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, look at us right now. We both have cell phones. I'm paying $85 a month, and I remember when I was in high school, my mom was like, yeah, I'm not going to pay for your internet. So I was like, but I want the internet on my phone, and I want texting, and I want this and that. And she's like, well, pay the bill yourself, and here I am. Every month, $90 for something that just cost them cents. I mean, Joe knows all about it. He's not gonna bash companies like AT&T because they are good companies. They provide us with what we want, and it's people's desire and their demand for products such as this that really creates a fluctuation of demand, I'd say, in this country for cell phone usage. And people have to watch out because the privacy aspect is a huge problem. Now, I have a couple statistics here that mobile phones have numerous privacy issues, as we know. The movements of mobile phones can be tracked by their service provider, and both the SIM card and the handset can be tracked. And China actually just proposed, this was according to CNN.com, China's just proposed using this technology to track communicating patterns and Beijing city residents. Now that just seems like they're impeding on our rights of privacy. I know in America that's a huge problem, and our Constitution obviously won't stand for that. But governments, law enforcement, and intelligence services use mobile to perform surveillance in the UK and the US. They possess technology to activate the microphones and cell phones remotely in order to listen to conversations that take place near to the person who holds the phone. Now, I got that information on this last Monday on CNN.com. Mobile phones are commonly used to collect location data, and while the cell phone is turned on, the geographical location of a cell phone can be determined easily. So people need to watch out if you're carrying this kind of stuff on you. It could be a problem. The government can track you. Cell phones are obviously going to be around for a long time. It makes things a lot easier to be able to get a hold of your friends, but people need to watch out. It could pose a threat, and just like we've been talking about all class in our technology society, you need to watch out with these privacy issues, and you need to keep a check on the government, because you can't just take their word for it. You have to, I mean, I'm a little bit of a libertarian, but you have to keep the government in check, because they could get out of control. And cell phone usage, as we see it, has changed America. It's changed the world. It's changed society. And the technological ability of people to use their cell phone has made their life a lot easier and saved a lot of time for them. But it could pose a threat in the future if you do not watch out for these privacy things. Thank you very much. I'm Wally Swenson. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peacing out. Bye.